the Caps Lock, episode 3.
Yes, sir.
We got my boy Riot in the spot. What's up, my boy? How we
What's the
doing
word?
today?
What's
How was
the
your
word?
holidays?
Good, good, bro. It was good. Spent it with family, like like everybody else. My children, my wife, my in-laws. Luckily, the in-laws don't live too far from me, so I didn't really have to travel.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I see you got some heat on your head. What you got on right now?
Yeah, of course. I got the AMS 2023, had of the year. I had the Stranger Cubs. I got the AMS smile on there, the cleanse rolling up, Joker, some, shootout on the side patch. You got the bones on Pin City, Draco. You got um s- my bad, Sneakerhead, that's my bro. You got
Sneakerhead.
made by Eric. You got Draco and CMF Savage. You got me, but this is a colorway done by somebody in the community, Papa Love Sneakers.
Uh huh.
And then we got Penn City right here on the New Era. We got Ills right here, and then we got Ills again here in the AL.
That's
But
what's
yeah,
up. That's what's up.
yeah,
That is a fire pin up. I expected nothing less from you.
appreciate you, appreciate
That shit is solid, definitely. Um, so we talked about your Thanksgiving. So tell me, what is your perfect Thanksgiving plate? Like, if you could just pick anything on your plate, what are you putting on it? Side, main course, dessert? What you got?
All right, so you got to go probably with turkey. I'm going. You got to go with turkey because that's the. I mean, I'm Puerto Rican. I'm part Puerto Rican, so we really like the pernil on the
Oh,
roast
yep. I
pork
already know.
on Thanksgiving. So
I
I
already
mean,
know.
if I had to pick a main, I would say pernil is definitely number one, and then I'm also black, so I gotta do go with some collard greens on there. Got to be a staple. You got to go with the dressing stuffing, which is my mother makes it like the best. She actually puts ground beef in it. A lot of people don't really do that, but like she does. So
Yeah,
we got stuffing, and then you probably will go with mash, and then gravy on the mash, gravy on everything. That's kind of my plate. You got to go with the sweet potato pie on the side. You got to have the pie on the side. I don't care
of
what anybody
course. Of course. Sweet potato. I'm a cheesecake guy. I do love me some cheesecake, pumpkin pie,
says.
anything sweet. I usually
Yeah,
have some coquito in my hand too.
coquito
You know how
good.
I get.
Coquito is
Yeah,
awesome for
yeah.
sure, for sure.
So tell us about Riot, bro. What made you? What does Riot mean? Um, tell us about your story, and how you became, the creator you are today.
So right, actually, before I started doing pins, I made music,
Hmm.
right? So the name Riot came about because it's like that old saying, like that guy's a riot, that guy's a one
Hmm.
man riot,
Yep.
and because I'm a humorous person, I'm like my sense of humor is crazy, and I
Hmm.
joke all the time, all the time. So people used to say stuff like that, and then so I got that, and I hung on to that word riot, and I used it as my moniker when I rapped. And then it carried over into my hat, collecting hats and collecting pins, and also making hats and pins.
Okay. Okay.
So that's how I got the name and how I got started. I started. Uh, I want to say it's the end of 2022, about 2022. I think I really like started.
And that was your first pin. Did your first pin out? Your first. When
My
did your first
first
pin come
pin,
out?
no, my first pin came out 2023, the end of 2023.
Was that the
So
Shields? What was your
that
first?
was
What
the
was your
shield.
first?
So this is actually I got my pins in front of me. This was actually my first ever design.
Oh,
It was a shield with the one gun because
okay. I remember those. Yep.
so Riot, the name Riot coincide with Riot Shield. But I wanted to make it something mine, right?
Hmm.
So the way I did was I started with these, and these were the one pistol right behind the riot shield, and then I progressed into the 2.0s, which were two pistols, and then I progressed into the 3.0, which was the guy coming from behind the shield. So it's as the pins went on, I kind of wanted to reveal the person behind the shield,
Yeah,
if you can understand. So it went from one gun to two guns to the person peeking to the side to it actually being a character.
yeah, you've made like a whole story with this, which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
these
which
pins do really good. I see everybody rocking them. Everybody in your battles, which we'll get to in a bit. They're always using those pins too. So I mean, it's pretty much a hit, bro.
yeah, I mean that goes like with my whole the way the pins were made is like a story, but that's like also if you pay attention, that's how I pin up. That's how the battles work. Like it's all story driven. It's
Exactly,
no more.
exactly.
It's not just random pins. Everything makes sense. This is the Joker hat with the Joker smile rolling up, crazy, right? And then it's like Arkham City, every madness coming out. It's just
Yeah.
it's telling a story with the pinups, and it's telling a story without having to actually verbally tell the story. It's a way to express yourself.
It really is, and like watching your battles and everybody get really into it, like it's really inspiring. I actually like before I moved up here to Pennsylvania, I sold all my pins. I needed the money, I needed the cash, and I was just done with pins for a bit. And then I started watching, your stream, Sneakerhead stream, and I was like, wow, like there's actually more to pins than just like the pins itself. Like it's actually a really big community, and you guys are doing big things for that community.
I appreciate you for that, man.
Of
For real,
course.
appreciate you.
Of
We
course.
actually, shout out to my guy Sneakerhead. Shout out to my guy 239. Shout out the
Yep.
whole Riot Squad. I got a FNF called the Riot Squad, and they show out. Like they really are like the fuel to the engine. Like without them, we wouldn't be able to have put on these shows for all the community. Everybody. For community battles with Sneakerhead. You got so many different programs now, and they didn't necessarily start from the Riot Squad necessarily, but a lot of the members in the Riot Squad also, tap into those shows. But all together, like as a community, we all like pushing towards something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Who
So
who
shout
are the
out to them.
members of the Riot Squad? I didn't even know that there was
So
a
it's
whole.
a, it's a, it's a FNF. It's the people who like really like supported me, and so like they get like early access to pins. A lot of them battle in the shows. Not all the people that battle in the shows are in the FNF squad. But they're like just the main supporters and the main, it's a group. So you have like I want to say it's 22 people in the Riot Squad. It's a lot to like rattle off, but you do
Of
have
course.
people like Sneakerhead and 239, and you have Draco there. You have Chino disturbing the peace. You
Shout out
have Dirty
Chino for
South,
sure.
Big Papa. Just so many people. Stevie three times. That's my boy Stevie. Um, it just so many people. Glue like, and these are people who not only are pin makers, creators themselves, they're collectors. Because that's
Yeah.
at the end of the day, that's all we were. That's all we really are. Even no matter if we create or what avenues we are, we're always gonna buy. We're always consumers. We always love this pin and hat community. So we're like the driving force for that.
Okay. No, yeah, it sounds like you got a very great support system with the Riot Squad, and
Yeah.
it shows because like your battle's been taking off. You've been doing good. I mean, speaking of battles, I mean, I watched you take one home last night.
Yeah, that was community battles with Sneak Ahead and Big Papa, both also members of the Riot Squad, but they also
Yeah,
have, so we definitely I tap into their shows, they tap into how both guys actually Sneak Ahead just won last season
on your show.
for our show, yeah. So,
Yeah,
we tap into each other's shows. That's how we show support also, not just by being in the chat and communicating, but also by battling and participating in one another's shows. So yeah, I took it yesterday, but actually, to be honest, I didn't only take that week. The very first week they started, I won that week as well.
week 1 and 7. Yeah, I saw you
Yes,
were week
sir.
1 and 7. Yes, sir. I saw
Yes,
that.
yes, sir.
That's like you got a very impressive resume in the community, bro. And that was one of the reasons I wanted to reach out to you and get your
Appreciate it.
story out there because I don't know. I feel like people just see what we post, and I
Yeah.
feel like there's more to what we post. You know what I mean? And I feel like people would enjoy. your story.
Appreciate
So
that.
what when you buy a pin, do you automatically just all right, this is a battle pin or right here, or does it kind of just tie into your battles? Like I know you got a board of pins, and like when you're battling, I'm sure you just go through it. Do you automatically just see a pin and it's like, all right, this is a battle pin, or do you just buy whatever catches your eye?
So I buy what I like,
Hmm.
but it's just they go hand in hand. I buy what I like, but I like battle pins.
Yeah,
So I like scripts. I like every most pins I care for. There's not one pin that I really don't necessarily like. One some more than others, but because I battle so often, and that's the type of pinups, and I tell stories, I collect pins that help me tell those stories. So
yeah,
no matter what it is, if it's gonna be this hands, these are all pieces that could connect to any puzzle I wanted to tell. You understand? So
yeah,
like I just collect pieces to create whatever puzzle I want for whatever hat, whatever canvas.
yeah. In my opinion, not every pin is a battle pin, and not every pin collector does battle. It's just interesting to see how you guys
True.
put all these things together to make it, part of. Obviously, you have your Draco pins. That's a gun. That's obviously a battle pin. But there's other pins out there that people buy, and it's just not really considered battle pins. So it's just interesting how you guys put the pins together and make it all work and make it all like it's just like sometimes I'm amazed with what y'all come up with, and like I said, it inspired me to want to get involved. I almost got on the show last night, but you took it
Should have.
before I
You
said. I
should have.
think I was at the bar, so like I was
Oh,
I
okay,
was
okay.
chilling, but I was watching, and I think I was in the queue. But regardless of what the outcome was, I think M dot and you had like 3 wins already. So whatever happened,
Yeah.
somebody was taking it home. But that was my first even like attempt. So it's really getting that attempt or trying, like seeing, what you got. Like Chino. That boy
Yeah.
went what? He just started this year, right?
Yeah, he actually just won the Riot Squad tournament, which is the tournament of the FNF Riot Squad. So
Yeah.
only people that were able to participate were the people from the Riot Squad. And
And
he won a collaboration pin, which is a pin me and him make. Not because I do
oh,
community colorways. So
yeah,
I like this one. I allow people to win. They win a colorway choice, so they get to design whatever
that
colorways
is
they
dope.
want in one
That
of
is
my
dope. So
pins.
not
Yeah,
only do
I
they
have.
win, but they get an opportunity to create with you too.
Correct. And so like
That's
this
fire.
one, this particular tournament is for a collaboration, which is like a brand new pin. Like this one, this is one that I did with Astro Brims. This is a collaboration between me and him. This is the one I did with Ills, which is another collaboration pin. One I
Fire.
did with Blamecito, which is another collaboration pin. So it gives them a chance to collaborate. It's completely on me. Typically when you do a collaboration it's 50-50, but it's on me completely. And then,
That's dope.
they get, the stock that they get. And so it gives them a chance to create, especially people who've never created. Look, Chino won. Chino's never created a pin. He's done
Yeah.
colorways. Yes,
Yeah.
but he's never actually created a pin. So he's gonna, get to go through that process. And that process to me is the almost the best part, besides getting the pin in hand.
Has anyone that ever won created a pin with you gone off and started making their own, like use that as an opportunity to just start creating on their own? Like, have you ever seen that happen before?
I wouldn't say so because well, let me think about it. No, no, I wouldn't say that because most people that I collaborated with, they've done colorways. They've gone on to do other colorways with
Okay.
creators, but making a pin, not yet. The creators that I've done collaborations with were creators that I'm like, I'm close with. I'm not necessarily picky, but the ones that aligned with, the stars aligned with, were people that I knew for a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
So
That's what's
those are
up.
the
That's
people.
what's up.
But I'm definitely always open to collaborations. I got a few coming that that might surprise people. So yeah, I'm always open to collaborations.
That's awesome. I think it's a like I said, it's a great little thing you got going on, and I look forward to seeing more. Speaking of, you will be there. Will there be another season coming up, or is that in the books, or what you got going on with that?
Okay, so we're trying to start a whole network essentially. between all of us to bridge the gaps for the community. But for now, Saturday Night Pinup starts mid-January. The third
Okay.
season starts mid-January, and the Riot Squad tournament is something we'll do, annually, maybe every year we'll do it. We constantly do contests in the Riot Squad, so
Yeah.
we're good that way. But yeah, the tournament, the actual tournament will start on in January. But December we'll have a Christmas special. I'll talk about that a little more, but we're gonna do a Christmas special also
Okay.
before then.
Nice.
But mid
Nice.
January is when we'll actually start the third season
Okay.
of
That's really
Saturday Night
cool.
Pinups. And yeah, well, on that show we do giveaways, we do auctions. So we'll have, let's say, the way we started is you see the way I pin up a hat, right? So I'll
Hmm.
auction the entire hat pinned up
Oh
to
wow.
whatever the viewers are. Yeah. And so I auction hats, pins, pinned up hats, and then I do giveaways all night. And I get a board, I'll spin the wheel, and whoever it lands on is able to get the whatever they want off the board. And then I mail
Yeah.
it to them.
Speaking of giveaways, you got something for the viewers today, right? We got a wheel on that.
Yeah, we're gonna do the wheel now.
What you giving away?
1 second. All right, so for today, so I talked a lot about colorways. Um, because I did a couple colorways. Like I got one here with my guy Quan, which is a secret squirrel. I did a couple. Jared, we did a couple colorways. Um, People in the community, we often do that with each other to give each other chances to collaborate. So
Okay.
for this one, this didn't drop yet. So and it's damn near sold out, and it didn't get a drop yet. So with my guy Ills, we did a collaboration colorway on his calligraphy set. It's a calligraphy
Okay.
script, and so we did a blip and a pin set. If you can see the Pokemon backing card, if you're like into Pokemon, you'll
Of
understand.
course.
So
Yeah.
my whole thing is shield, right?
Hmm.
And so the shield, there's a Pokemon series called Sword and Shield.
Yep. Yep.
So this is based off the shield Pokemon that is so if you turn them upside down, they it looks like the Pokemon, the actual
That's
Pokemon.
insane. I love
So
that.
yeah, that's a red, blue, gold medal, and then I had a little extra, so I'll hook it up. My man Zakatsuki crowns with the brim Titan with that white, silver, and copper medal, and so I'm gonna do all three for the person that wins the giveaway, but they have to be present. They have
You
to be
definitely
present.
have to be present. That is true.
So I'm gonna
That's
get
a
the
that's a
wheel.
nice little gift.
Yeah, I mean we like to we I mean on the shows that's what we do. We like to make sure that these pins get into the hands of people that are gonna wear them. Not necessarily because I pin up and I'm a battler, yes, and I love battling, but that's not the main thing for me. It's just pinning up the hat. It's just expressing yourself through pinning the hat.
Yeah. It's art.
So
It's all
that's
art to me at the end of the day.
correct. That's the biggest thing for me. So like that's getting the pins into the people's hands that are gonna actually use them. To me means more than a person that's gonna like get them so they can resell them or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, because the resellers be out there for sure, and that's everywhere you go.
I
So
mean, yeah, sneakers. It's that's the truth. It's everywhere. So I don't like. I'm not trying to like poop on the people that are reselling because
of course
you got
not.
to do
Of
what you
course
got to
not.
do.
Everybody got to eat. Everybody got to eat. I understand.
Yes, correct. But I'm actually putting the entries on the wheel
Okay.
as we speak,
Okay.
and then
Okay.
we'll spin it right after.
Shout out to the nine and the spot. Appreciate y'all
Yes, for sure, for
taking the
sure.
time out to watch. It's Riot Brims. hat battler, pin up battler, champion, hat designer, pin designer. The list goes on, man. The list goes on.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, man, for having me on here and let me express myself and kind of tell my story on how I got started.
Yeah, bro. Everybody has a story. It's all that matters is like who's willing to tell that story, or put it on. And I'm glad you was able to do this for me. This is I really appreciate it.
No, yeah, it was definitely a super good time, man. And I appreciate you. You were really like you had good questions, bro. Like
I'm a
it
journalist. What
was,
could I say?
yeah. No, that was definitely good, definitely good, man. I definitely had a good time, and I'd like to come back on. It was
Definitely,
definitely a good
definitely.
time, man.
It's only
Um,
episode 3, but there's so much more I got planned. So much
no,
more I
yeah,
got in store. I mean, right now I'm only doing this off my phone. I still got more equipment on the way, so better quality is coming for sure.
yeah. That's when you start creating something for yourself, you have this like love for it, and like that's kind of where I was at with the battling and the shows. It's like you develop such a love for it,
Yeah,
and you like engulfed in your work, and it's not like something that feels like a task. It feels natural, feels like something that you
yeah.
want to do.
It's like when you come out of college and you get your first job. That's not a job anymore. That's your career. You just have a passion for that. You know,
Yes, yes, exactly.
and you can tell that this is your reactions to like fire pit. You're like, damn, like and you have choices sometimes. Like even me, like both of these guys are girl, but they put on a good show, and you only get one vote. And at the end of the day, like I think I said in yesterday's live, I said this. Like I feel like I'm watching 8 Mile, bro. Like it's
Yeah, it's definitely a different animal. And see, even like yesterday, you watched community battles, and that's a hat battle pretty much. Like they do hat combos. Maybe you might get a pinup, but my show really centers around pinup battling.
yeah,
So for for that, it's a little more aggressive than you would think. It's like very
yeah,
aggressive because they're
yeah,
actually telling the story, and it's almost like if you ever seen like URL, like those kind of battle shows,
yeah, yeah.
rap battle. Yeah, it's like that. They're like almost attacking their opponent
Like on some Smack
with the
DVD type
story.
shit.
Yeah, like no, it legit is
If you
like
know,
that,
you know.
and these guys are like excellent storytellers.
Yep.
Excellent storytellers. I've had some guys who I've never seen battle start the battle, and by their third battle, they're doing whole rap performances. There's guys who pulled hats out of freezers to tell their story. Like it,
Freezer.
yeah,
No, I
no,
never saw that
legit.
one.
Like yeah, that was my man Quan. He's throwing his hat out the window of the car, like just doing. They've done some
Damn.
great, and showmanship is amazing, and some of these guys have never done this before,
Yeah,
and then they build up the confidence. Even with losing, they build up the confidence. Five, six, seven losses in a row, some of the guys. And
yeah,
they're like, oh, I'm just going to give up. By the eighth one, they win. And then they go on a winning streak. And, it just
yeah,
happens like that. And it helps, to me, it helps build confidence and it
yeah.
helps move the whole community along. That's how Pins
It
Ain't Dead
gets you out your
started.
comfort zone too.
Pins Ain't Dead started because of the community. People were feeling like they weren't buying pins anymore. They didn't want to because people were price gouging with pins. People were reselling hats with, selling them at an astronomical price. People were buying pins up just to resell them. And the people who generally wanted them wouldn't get them. People started to give up. People started to not
Yeah.
care as much. And so we came up with this initiative of trying to bring people back. Not I'm not trying to be like Trump, but make America great again. It's just like
Make
make
things
pins
great
and
again.
hat. Yeah, bring it back to the glory of when we used to go on live all the time, just chit chat it up because we're all here for the same reason.
Yeah.
So let's share that with one another,
Mhm.
and not have
I
beefs and stuff like that.
Yeah. I think the community now is just shadowed and clouded by just the designers. People just buy for who makes it. And I don't mind that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I have a certain group of people that I buy from, but I also buy what I like. Just like
Yeah.
you said, you buy what you like. Um, do you have a favorite designer or a favorite creator? Like, one that, inspires you or anyone that you look up to in the community like that?
When I started, yeah, I have a couple actually. So when I started making like pins, it would be like people like Bones Brims. Bones Brims was probably like he was the guy. Him pushing pins and Banger Brims. Those three guys were like the guys that I would actually like. Oh man, I really like. I mess with their pins and like they're good. They're cool creators, and then I start chopping it up with them in the DM. And so like I see that they're good guys, and like to this day, I'm still like friends with these guys. Like
Yeah,
they're all good people. But yeah, I actually remember going to my first Capcom to actually get two pins. Pushing pins was dropping. Tiffany Glock with the magnet removable clip. And he had two colorways that he had exclusive there. And it was just like Christmas Day, man. It was like going when you're a teenager online to go, to your favorite musician, concert, favorite rap concert, favorite R&B. It's like that. You're online, not to meet the person, but to get the product that
yeah,
nobody else is gonna get because the line was ridiculous. And like
yeah,
I was probably number two on the line. So yeah, that those people like those are the people that I mean AMS somebody like AMS also. I remember going to his first hat drop. Like, those people who somewhat they stayed humble
hmm,
in doing this because that's like the main thing that really pushes people away is people not being humble and so they make hats, they make pins, and they get a little Hollywood. I'm not afraid to say it. People get a little Hollywood, but
yeah,
for the most part, you have a lot of people that are like down to earth. They're willing to teach people who are just now collecting new things, and like put them onto game and no gatekeeping. So yeah,
yes, yes. Lots of that going on. So I totally understand that. But it seems like you definitely had some very like big people you followed and inspired you, and like look, you took what they did and made it and made you into what you are now. So
yes,
that's
correct,
definitely
correct.
definitely inspiring, just becoming somebody new in the community like myself. Like, not many people know who I am, and I'm just,
Yeah,
like, I went to school for sportscasting and sports production, so I have cameras, I got all this equipment, and I love hats, so I decided to do this. And I think it's a
that's
great
dope.
platform for people to just come up on here and tell their story like we're doing now. You got that wheel ready, or what's up?
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely.
We got
Let me get
7 in here now, so it's gonna be sure a little tough, but we'll get through it. Let's go ahead and spin for those pins.
good luck. 60,
Good
60.
luck. Yep. Good luck to everyone
60
in here.
seconds.
Thanks for joining and watching. I really appreciate y'all.
Yes, yes, definitely. Thank you for everybody tapping in. Thank you for the likes, shares, everybody that tapped in. Uh, I might have to show them spin just so that it's not because we have 7 people.
Yeah, nah, I know.
Pop up.
Pop ups.
I can't. I don't
Pandora.
see. I don't see comments. You see comments?
Nah, I can't.
Yeah,
It's
me
not
neither.
showing
So I
on
don't know
the
who's here to claim the.
it- it's not
Can you
showing
see
on
who's
the
here?
nope.
So yeah, because we got to be able to claim.
Picked
Pop
up.
up again. Looks like piffed up. Yeah, piffed up. I can't tell if he's here or not.
Nah. Let's just let's just give it to
All
him.
right.
I can't tell
He
either
gets
right
the
now.
dub.
Fifth
Yeah,
up.
he gets the
Yeah.
dub.
Fifth up.
Fifth up.
Congratulations, my boy. I don't know
Congratulations.
if you in here right now. But
Yeah,
thanks
he just
for
sent me. He just sent me a screen. He just sent me a screenshot.
all right, bet,
He's
bet,
here.
bet. So
He's
that
here.
worked out.
He's
That worked
here.
out. Shout out to
Fifth
Piffed Up,
up.
and he'll get with you on that prize.
Yeah, for sure.
Um,
He knows.
definitely. So you also
Congratulations.
a hat battler too. You battle with the hats. You've made your own hat, right?
Yes, I made a couple hats actually.
What
Um,
was your first hat? I know you're a Mets fan, right?
yes, I
Really?
am a Mets fan. I created actually I dropped a couple Mets hats. But this was my first hat. This is a San Francisco Giants hat, and it's based off one of my favorite sports movies in the '90s, called Little
I remember this
Giants.
one. Yep, I remember this one.
And so that's the G for the Giants. This is the actual football field, and then this is the Cowboys colors, which is the team that they played
They
against.
played. Yeah, that's
Red
fire.
button. This was my first hat, and then I did stuff like this, like the 50 Cent Get Rich or Die Trying Mets with the
Okay,
like Gucci like tan color. And then for the Batman, if you can see, it's two different reds because on the album cover it transitions from one light red to a dark red. So I
this
kind
to
of
get
gave
rich right here.
that to Get Rich or Die Trying.
I
And
love
then
that.
this
That's
is the New
fire.
York staple right here, the Metro card, MTA Mets
Hmm.
with the token side patch.
Oof, the blue UV.
And then the Metro card back token
That
Metro
side patch
card.
is insane.
Yeah, side patch is a little different. And then these are actually my babies. These are the ones that I did solo, and then these were collaborations. I did the Pink Ranger flyers, Kimberly, Pterodactyl. Then I did the Green
Fire,
Green Ranger Rangers,
fire.
and then we did. This is actually pinned up. The Red Ranger with the New York Riot pin up.
Yeesh. Yeah,
Yeah,
the New York Rangers is definitely the hat to do to make the Power Rangers for sure.
yeah, this is a clean hat.
You
So like those are the hats like I collaborated, and then I got like pins I've done. I don't want to say close to 45, 50 pins, designs, collaborations. Then I have like a ton on hats also. But
yeah.
yeah, I want to say close to 50 designs.
Do you remember your first battle, the first ever battle? Did you win that one?
I actually did win my first battle, and it was
Was it a
against.
pinup battle or?
It was a pinup battle. Back then the battles were different. So the way we battle now is like it's freestyle. So
Yep.
you're battling that person and you just come with whatever pinup you want. The
Yep.
way we did the Riot Squad tournament is we spun a wheel for different categories, and then they would get their categories per battle.
Yeah.
The way we did it, they gave you categories, and you had
Mm,
3 minutes or 4 minutes to pin up a hat on the spot,
yeah.
which was very difficult. Very difficult. They
Hmm.
said
Yeah.
you got to use a script, a peeker. You have this, and it has to be these colors, or it has to be this, or it has to be that. So you really tested your collection. But my first battle was against Royal Fitteds. I think it's Royal Fitteds. I think that's his
Uh-huh.
name. I think that's his name now. But yeah, everybody knows him. I'm pretty good. He's pretty well known. He doesn't really make pens anymore, but Royal was my first battle, and it was promoted on CG Creative Games, which was like they made pins. It was a group that made pins. I mean, you got a couple members here and there. I don't know if they're really like a group thing anymore, but they used
Hmm.
to have shows on Saturday as well, and they would do giveaways and battles. Battles were like tap in only, but then once I battled Royal the first time, I did all this promotion for it, and they loved it.
Yeah.
And so after I beat Royal, it was just a thing on Saturdays where I would do promo because I was battling somebody new every week and I was beating them every week. And it
I
wasn't
think.
it wasn't no it wasn't like I I'm not gonna like pat myself on the back too much, but I really started that aggressive battle form and people almost didn't know how to deal with it. And so
Yeah.
like it was so aggressive and it was straightforward and it was like this battle style and people just gravitated towards it. They were just like, oh, like just certain things I would say and do. it would just became a thing. So like every Saturday we would like battle. It was yeah, it was great. It was a great learning experience.
Yeah. And what was? Do you remember like what was going through your mind? Like this was definitely obviously something you've never done before, right? Like you just what made you just decide to do it or want to do it?
Um, so I like the pins, and I started pinning up my hats.
Yeah.
My pin up color coordination was very terrible in the beginning.
Yeah.
Because I didn't really get that part of it. I just got like, oh, you can try to make a story with these pins, and then once I got color coordination, it was like it was all uphill from there because that's all I wanted to do was perfect a pin up, and so like yeah, it took a little while to like get to like comfortable with it, but
Hmm.
once I did Pin Wars the first time, Pin Wars is a competition that AMS held. Well, it was actually a collective of people. They held a tournament. I actually never won Pin Wars. I was on 2 seasons. I went first season. I lost because I had a hat that wasn't a New Era hat, and the judges
Hmm.
kind of frowned on it. The pinup was great, but the thought was great, but it was the hat itself, so I actually disqualified. And then the last one, the next season, I went all the way to the finals, and then I lost in the finals. So I didn't have the best track record there, but I was just like it was it's happening the first time, and my first battle on that show was against Bones Burns, the
Oh,
guy I just talked about
what
earlier.
a
That
matchup!
one of the he's like one of the guys that I like got me into like the hat pins, and I battle
Yeah.
him, and everybody
What was
knows
that
him,
like?
and he's probably the biggest thing in the hat game at the moment,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and I'm up against him. It was very nerve wracking at first. Just like I talked to with the Riot Squad a little earlier. When you get on live, the jitters almost never go away sometimes. It's like when an
Yeah.
artist goes on stage to perform. You think because they performed all over the world that they don't get those before show
Oh no,
jitters,
they
but
always
they
do.
definitely
They
do.
always do.
They definitely do. Everybody does. It's a normal thing. So yeah, I got the jitters, yeah, of course, and I was a little nervous at first, but once I got in the ring, man, that's it. Like this is where I belong. Like I was
Yeah.
good. I'm home.
That battle to how you go about battling now.
Um,
Has anything changed? If anything changed, just want to know.
I haven't really battled like that. I think a lot has changed because I'm not that battle that I was. I'm not like that aggressive. I don't have that demeanor anymore, and
Yeah.
I feel like I have so many relationships within the community and friendships within the community with people that
Yeah.
it's almost tough to battle the way I used to battle because the way I used to battle was a little more ruthless and I could say things and
Hmm.
and just cut,
You didn't know
and
these guys at first.
yeah, I mean, and don't get me wrong, the Riot Squad they battle all the time, and it's love. It's always love, but it's
Yeah.
sometimes it's a little tough for me to cut that off.
Yeah.
Not that I have beef with the person at all. That's not what I mean by it. But what I'm saying is, it's tough. It's tough for me to cut that competitive mode off.
It's the
And
you from New
so,
York, right? It's the New
yeah,
York in you.
and so like that's how I was, but now
Yeah.
that's not how I am. Now I'm a little more. You saw yesterday I battled on the
Yeah.
show. I
Yeah.
lost, and I wasn't like,
Yeah.
oh man, I lost. Oh, I think I
You
won.
came
I
you,
think I
you
did
came
that.
right
No,
back in the queue
yeah,
and
that's
got the
it.
four wins.
And that was it. And that's all it is. It's fun, and I learned to enjoy that part of the battling. Was
Yeah.
for me, it was the competition. For me, it was the winning, the dominance, the showing people, my art, but also just murder, murder, death, kill, kill, like everything in the way. Like just running through battles. Like that was my goal, and now it's just more so to have fun. So I learned
Yeah.
to have fun with it more,
Like a
and
chill
I think
little,
that's
way
yeah.
to
Now
to
it's
go
just
about
not
your
it's
weekend.
not such a big deal. If I lose, I lose. If I win, I win. I don't have it's meaning is didn't valid it doesn't validate me or validate who I am or how I battle. So for me, I'm confident in my battling skills and I love it for that.
That's good. anybody that's watching this right now or watch this later, or just someone out there that you think that would be good at this and just something for it, what would you tell that person?
I would tell them tap in on Saturdays. Tap in with me on Saturdays. Why I say that is because we brought so many people, so many new people to this battle culture just by watching and showing
Yes,
that we are accepting of whatever walk of life comes on the show, whatever style you want to battle with, however you want to battle, whatever kind of person you are. We accept everybody. And not only that, we encourage everybody. There's not one person that taps in that's not encouraged. The chat's not going to make fun of them. They're going to encourage you and they're going to push you to be better. And that's what I think. That's what I would tell them is like, come to the shows on Saturday. Come show up, even if it's just viewing, because on the show, you learn to win. You also learn from your losses.
yes, yes, I
And
agree.
you learn to be better and have fun. We always have fun. And that's like the
Mhm.
main component of it. Not having fun, why are you doing it?
Yes, it is a great
That's
time. I mean, take it for
sure.
someone who's been watching and like who's enjoyed. I mean, it's the reason why you're here, because I enjoy the battles, and I feel like there's other people who probably may not know about it. That's not on Instagram, or we're doing this on YouTube, so we're just getting it out there, just showing what you're doing for the community, and I think it's great, man. I really do think it's
I
great.
appreciate you for that, for real. I really do. I mean,
Of
it's
course,
not, there's a lot of unsung heroes in this community that don't get the love that they should or don't get the praise that they should. And there's people who get praise that shouldn't get praise because they don't do as much for the community. But that's not why we do it. We don't do it to say, hey, we're doing it
look what
better
I
than you
did.
or we're doing it more.
Look what I'm doing here. You know what I mean? Like I don't. I get that. Some people just do things just to be to be seen to do it.
Yeah, and we don't. We do it because we actually, this is something we care about and we love. And so that always shines through. That always shines through. You always see through the fake and you see the real, you see the genuine love for what this is. And when you see that, people always are going to gravitate towards that and always going to show love towards that.
Definitely, I agree, and I think that's great. Do you have anything up and coming? I know you got the new pins. Is there any upcoming stuff you want to let the people know about? Any thing you're working on? Any just keep us let us know what's going on.
Yeah, so all right. So I have three scripts, three shields on the way. I got six pins on the way. Working on two hats right now. I can't really say too much about where and who
Of
they're
course.
with,
Yep,
but working on two hats right now. And the six pins also on the show side of things. Friday is community battles. That's my guy Sneak Ahead and
yep.
Big Papa. They doing their thing there. Um, yeah, Keep It a Bean podcast on Sunday.
Keep it a
They
bean.
also,
Keep it a
those
bean.
are my guys over there. Shout out my guys over there. They definitely doing their
Yep.
thing also. And for us on Saturdays, we're gonna start January. We might do another Riot Squad tournament, and we're looking into YouTube tag team tournaments. We,
Okay.
what I really want that I don't see that I'm really pushing and advocating for is women battlers.
Yes.
I know because this is a male dominated space that some women might not feel. So if it's two women maybe they would be, and then we could work towards intergender battling. And I just
Yeah.
want to push the
Get
boundaries
everybody
of
involved.
battling
Yeah.
and make it one cohesive thing where just people are battling. And you got shows that they talk about hats and pins. You got people that talk about just all avenues. And I want to expand the community as much as possible to bring as much awareness to this community because this community is great.
Yes. I agree with that 100%. I think it's great for sure, and I'm glad to be a part of it. And
Yes.
do you have any final closing thoughts or anything you want to say?
Yeah, I appreciate you for having me on, man. It was definitely a great time. You asked great questions. It was good vibes, and I hope that the show does well. I'm gonna always continue to support it, and the Riot Squad is
Appreciate
definitely
you.
gonna continue to support it because
Appreciate it.
it's a genuine thing. Just stay tuned. Like I said, Fridays for community battles, Saturdays for Saturday night pinups, Sunday for Keep It a Bean. Uh, and we're gonna keep going, man. Just keep tapping into these shows and don't be afraid to tap in on the live, man. Battle. Also, I'm sorry, I didn't even, I didn't. I wanted to tie this in. December 13th, we're doing a Christmas special. The Riot Squad. We're doing a live. We're giving away a colorway chance. We're giving away pins. We're giving away sneakers, hats. We did a Secret Santa within the FNF. Within the FNF. So we're gonna do reveals on what we got in the FNF, like what who gifted who what. It's gonna be all types of games, festive, and bring your ugly
Yeah.
sweater, bring your ugly sweater, bring your punch, bring your sangria, bring your drinks, coquito, and
Yep.
we're gonna have a great time on live for a couple hours for the community.
That sounds really good. I'm definitely going to tune into that. Thank you so much for coming on here with me.
Appreciate you,
I
bro.
look forward to your future battles and the future shows that you got going on. Thank you for everybody that
Thank
joined
you.
in and watched in. Shout out to
Yes,
Piff.
yes,
Um,
yes, sir.
shout
Got
out to
his
Piff for
dub.
winning
Got his
those
dub.
pins.
Yes,
And
sir.
until